everyone, this is The Last Word and I'm Maria Shakil. A day of meltdowns in the Mollywood MeToo movement. All office bearers of Malayalam cinema artists' body, including Mohanlal, resigned claiming moral responsibility. Kerala police also filed its first case in this connection. Actor Ranjith has been booked for sexual misconduct. But case after case continues to surface. First the report and then I bring in the guests.
Heads are rolling. The Association of Malayalam Movie Artists, headed by actor Mohanlal, has resigned en masse following the allegations of sexual misconduct against several prominent members.
We must understand that this SIT has been constituted based on to inquire about the incidents which have reference in the Hema committee report, Justice Hema committee report. That committee was constituted by the Kerala LDF government, which was based on a memorandum given by actresses in the backdrop of that sexual assault of an actress, leading actress in Kerala. So the committee has given its report, and now recently, a couple of days back, government has made it public, and then even the people or even the actresses, they have deposed before the Justice Hema committee. They themselves have come out, some of them. You were asking about that MLA. He is part of LDF, and I am sure that the LDF committee, the left front committee, there is a coordination committee, and that committee will look into it, and it will be proper, and it for that MLA he himself step away from his position, put his papers.
And I think the formation of the SIT by the government is also a very, very positive step, and it provides a platform for women to come. And also I must congratulate these brave women for coming out in public and speaking the truth. And the WCC has also played an extremely important role in enabling this environment where women today can come and speak out. So I think the efforts of the government and the WCC and the individual courage shown by these women, the actors and others in the industry, will certainly help to address all the issues which the Hema Commission has raised. About MLA Mukesh, what Meenu has said and the statement that he is alleged to have made, I mean, what he said is so sickening. It is absolutely a prime example of sexual verbal abuse.
Both the left party leaders told NDTV that the left front stands with the women coming forward to complain. This, even as Kollam CPM MLA, actor politician Mukesh, who was accused by actor Meenu Monir of sexual misconduct, said he had proof to show that he had faced blackmail by Meenu Monir and her husband. He called it a political hunt and welcomed the probe by the SIT constituted by the government. An FIR has been booked against film director Ranjith on the complaint of Bengali actress Srilekha Mitra.
It is as though a quake has hit the Malayalam film industry ever since the Hema Commission report was made public. The action now shifts to the Special Investigation Team, which is expected to investigate and take action as well. Whether there will be a political fallout, because Kerala Kollam MLA from the CPM has also been accused in this case, and BJP MP from Trishur, who is a union minister, Suresh Gopi, has not yet reacted. With Ishika Verma in Delhi and camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
And joining me on the show is Sonia Malhar, who's an actress, Brinda Dige, social and women activist. We also have Sanjana Galrani, South Indian film actress and also a philanthropist. Lalita Kumaramangalam is former chairperson of National Commission for Women, and Lata Srinivasan is entertainment journalist. I'm going to begin with you, Ms. Srinivasan. Do you think we have just seen the tip of the iceberg, or will it just stop here with the resignations which have happened right at the top?
Maria, thanks for having me on the show. Firstly, I think we've just seen the tip of the iceberg. But then again, we need to see how much action is going to be taken and what is going to be the outcome of the report and the complaints that have been filed. Because like in previous cases, there have been complaints and, legal cases have been filed, but then it takes years and there's been no resolution. So we need to see whether there's going to be a resolution and whether real action is going to be taken despite the resignation of Mohanlal and the rest of the committee members of Amma.
Okay. So you are of the opinion that this is the tip of the iceberg, but Lalita Kumaramangalam, associations such as National Commission for Women and others haven't said anything so far. Why is the National Commission for Women silent?
I wish I knew why. They should have actually at least commented on it and approved of the fact that finally, much of what I think all of us suspected goes on in every film industry, not just Malayalam films, but every other language in the country, if not around the world. That Hema Commission report is so frank and has given, more importantly, or perhaps equally importantly, has empowered women in the industry to now start speaking out. I know that they will still receive a lot of flack. I know the system is also still extremely unfriendly to women who complain about such organized almost and, systematic sexual abuse. But the report has really been a godsend for a lot of women who perhaps now will come out and have the guts to speak up. As you have named it, is this another part of the MeToo? But the NCW should have at least commented on it. I think they don't have a head at the moment. The earlier chairperson's term is over, but there are members. They shouldn't be keeping quiet about it. And there's no reason for them to keep quiet about it either.
Okay. Don't keep quiet. Quiet is the message that is coming in. But overall, with Mohanlal himself resigning, he has been the president of Association of Malayalam Movie Actors, or Amma. There has been an avalanche of sorts, Sanjana, of sexual assault cases and rape allegations which have come against the big names of Mollywood. The question is, how does this disbanding of this association really help?
I think everyone who's there in the association, whoever have resigned, each and everyone is not involved in this sexual assault, or each and everyone is not involved in harassing any woman. And people who have resigned have just washed off their hands because it's like someone else in the industry is doing it. And the president or the vice president will be definitely blamed because they are the president and vice president of the industry. So they just want to wash off their hands because they are more dignified people. The Mohanlal sir is a very dignified and well-known actor. He's the demigod in Malayalam industry. So if you point out fingers at him saying, okay, you're the president and what do you have to say about it, then obviously nobody will want to take charge of such nasty things, right? But yes, I'm glad that something like this is happening. Partially, few men in the industry are like this. All men are definitely not like this. I have been working in Malayalam film industry. I have a release right now titled Kundarandi Office. It's a wonderful team to be working with, wonderful crew to be working with. They really respected me. I have a child. They booked my ticket. They booked my mother's ticket. They booked my child's ticket. They really honored me and it was a wonderful experience. So I really feel bad that the entire industry is getting blamed for something like this and the name of the industry is getting tarnished. But on a larger scenario, I think the country needs more stricter rules. Like for what happened in Kolkata right now, I hope they don't have to wait for another 6-7 years like the Nirbhaya case to get justice. So the entire country needs stricter rules, like how Saudi Arabia has stricter rules. You don't even look at a woman with bad intentions. Forget about touching her or using her or harassing her or sexually intimidating her. So I think the whole country, the entire law and order system needs to be put in place. I'm really sick and tired of seeing what women are going through in this country.
But there are also those, like what we have seen, this member of Legislative Assembly, MLA of CPM, saying that it was used for blackmailing him. Brinda Dige, isn't that the fear always?
Before I respond to you, Maria, this statement that is continuously made, not all men, and then when those names actually come up, the really big names, and they want to resign, they cannot absolve themselves. Some of them made statements that, it was for blackmail. So what blackmail are they talking about? Really, if there was any kind of blackmail, will women come and depose before justice for this committee, wait for 5-6 years? They did not talk anything about what they deposed before the committee 2 years, 3 years ago. The report has come out today and they are coming out and talking. Would not these women also fear, more than these men fearing their blackmail, their own families, their own friends, and their own positions in the society? Because we are a largely patriarchal society, we continuously blame the woman. All the time, put the mantle, the burden of proof. Why you didn't say that time? Why you told just now? If you didn't want the job, you could have walked out. You opened the door. All of that on the woman. So today, if they are coming out and speaking, it is because they've got that platform, that courage, and that courage of conviction that, yes, not only the state that has constituted the committee, but now the state agencies like the police and the courts will take due course of action as per law. So when somebody says that not all men are like that, there are demigods in the film industry, there are demigods in almost all fields. But what question we need to ask today is, why did the demigods not raise their voice? Why did they continuously allow for this culture of silence to be propagated? They knew about it. It's not no, but they did not know. Justice Hema committee coming out is not something new. It was always there. The demigods could have raised their voice, could have put down certain barriers, some rules, some guidelines, something. Posh is anyway there, but they don't have that
Yes,
also
I mean,
over there.
yeah, it's all very well to say that there are these demigods, but what did these demigods actually do is my question to you, Sonia Malar. Even as we look at the reports which are coming in, and I'd asked that question, which has to do with a CPIM MLA who has now taken to his Facebook page and has put out an elaborate post in which he's saying that the actor actually and her spouse actually tried to blackmail him.
I don't know the exact issue, but some issues are rising like that. MLA says that the lady's fake allegation is very fake, and they are bargaining for like the honey trap like that. So I don't know the exact situation. Maybe it's right or wrong, but the issue is very serious issue against the LDF MLA.
Okay, no, then I'm coming back to you, Sanjana. Could these men in position of authority have, reacted or acted when these incidents actually happened? We idolize them, but when it comes to real action, they are failing their own people.
Nobody wants to get into such controversies, or they don't want their names to be labeled
if you are the president or the treasurer, then you are supposed to act. The reason why you are heading an organization, it's not about whether you'll be getting into a controversy or not.
I completely understand, but every person does not look at a situation in the angle of an activist like you and me. Like, the very reason I'm sitting here and voicing out is because I feel like there is a need to voice out. I'm a social activist, I'm knowledgeable, and I can speak really well, I can convey my point, I can articulate my point. But people are of different types. Some people are just reserved and they're very satisfied in their own lives. They want to mind their own business. And then when it comes to their neck that they have to react or resign, they'll be like, it's fine, we will just resign and we will go peacefully, be in our homes, do our set of films. Whatever happens in the world is not a concern to us. And we'll just wash off our hands with this, because this is something which is very controversial and we're going to be showed in very bad light if we are talking good also, if we're talking bad also. Some people just judge the situation like that and think like that, and they refrain from talking. They choose to be in their own, beautiful world where there is no headache or stress about any other problem.
Okay.
Maria, may I come in, please?
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, well, that's just the point, that when you're an office bearer, you don't have the right to have that attitude.
Yes.
Then don't take up that job. an office bearer of any association is supposed to take care of the interests of all the members of that association. If you don't want to get into controversies, you're not fit to be an office bearer. I'm sorry, many of them may be very, very big names in the industry,
because they want to live a comfortable life.
I mean, that's exactly what should never have happened. The big wigs who could, perhaps, they needn't have done it openly. They could have done it quietly under the covers, so to speak. All right. But if it's easy to say that I don't want to get involved in somebody else's crap, then why did you get elected to such a big post? This is also part of the patriarchal attitude.
Okay, let me tell the producer to put Sanjana and Lalita both on the screen, please now. Please go ahead.
Sorry, Lalita ma'am, we need somebody like you heading the association who's really hands-on.
I'm not from the
people like you are lacking in the system over there. And people who are there, they just want to save their own reputation. They want to cover themselves up and they want to wash their hands off. Okay, my films are doing really well. My life is going really well. I have achieved everything that I want. I want peace of mind. I don't want to be sitting and washing others' dirty vessels and just run from the situation. So we really need a heartfully, challenging, enthusiastic activist like
Lalita
you out
Kumar
there in the
Manglam,
Malayalam
as someone who has headed a body such as the National Commission for Women, we are looking at these resignations, a number of them which has happened. Perhaps there will be a new committee which will be formed, but the buck stops with whom? There will be criminal investigation, and FIR has been lodged against a couple of actors already, but the buck stops with whom? Somebody who was heading the panel at this time must be held accountable.
I agree. The people who are part of what you called Amma, I think the Association of Malayalam, whatever, I don't know the full version of it, they should also be held responsible. Look, it is very prestigious to be part of these big associations for any actor, however big you may be. That's why they want to be elected to it. Having been elected to it, they have to take on the responsibility. It's not just, fun and games. Especially when something like this comes out, they can't run away. Then, to give in a resignation, whatever the reason they may give, is just running away. It's sheer escapism. And I don't think they should be allowed to get away with this. Because this is something that's been going on for a very long time. The whole commission itself has taken 5 years. These women who have come out with the charges, as you mentioned in your opening statement, Maria, they have been waiting and they have been waiting. It's hell for women to go through this. This must have been happening regularly. It's not a one-off thing that they can't come up with. This is what the industry seems to have almost systematically, absorbed and made a part of their industry. It's unfortunate. Maybe all men don't do it. I don't know. But
Lata, so the question here is, the Kerala Chief Minister, who is himself under severe scrutiny, has announced a 7-member SIT.
Yes, IPS
first,
officers,
the government
2 IPS ladies, and
5 years to release this report. It was submitted in 2019. They have made this public in 2024, which is 5 years delay. Action should have happened then. Then they are asking women who appeared before the panel, who deposed before the panel, their own identities have been compromised, because I had one of the survivors yesterday. She said that, I was not told about the fact that my name will be revealed. And now that has been revealed, I'm just coming out and giving interviews. I'm okay with the idea of, putting myself before public. But the larger question here, Lata, that the entire investigation is raising more question on the government as to why was there a delay, and now after the report has been made public, did they actually follow the right process?
Yeah, absolutely, Maria. I think, first of all, this 5-year delay is incomprehensible, because we know what happened in 2017 to an actress who was kidnapped and raped, in the case that has been going on for so many years. And the Hema committee was formed then, and the report was finished in 2019. But the government, the Kerala government, and those in power, who had the authority, didn't want to release the report because of the kind of explosive allegations which were there. And they were more concerned about, what it would do to the Malayalam film industry and the big stars within the industry. And I don't think they were really concerned about the women or the safety of women or what measures need to be taken. I think the committee, finally the report was released because after a lot of pressure, They were under a lot of pressure to release the report, and which is why it eventually came out now. Now, how they have released the report and the names that have released, the women's names, the actresses' names, I think they didn't go about it the right way, because usually victims of abuse are always protected. The women need a safe space, and this was just let out in the open, and the media was after them, and then obviously there were allegations and counter allegations and so on and so forth. They did not have a safe space, and that is very, very unfortunate with the way it has been done. Now, as far as the SIT, the investigative team, is concerned, Kerala government also washed its hands off, saying whatever is in the report is in the report, but any woman who actually makes a complaint to the SIT, they will take action based on that. So there is no action being taken as far as the release of the report is concerned, or the names which have been quoted there. They have clearly said the onus is on the woman, the victim, to come forward, and then action will be taken. I think this is a very unfortunate situation in the way it's been handled. This is not the right way, and the women are going to get more abused and trolled going forward, and I don't think whether they'll eventually get justice is a very big question at this point.
Yes, Brinda, few years ago, when the first wave of Me Too happened, you were on many of my shows, and we had discussed it, that will it lead to the larger change? Will it ensure that women are safe in their professional spaces, or whether they are safe at all or not? But that is not really happening. Will it lead to larger systemic change? That is my next question to you. Will it ensure that the perpetrators realize that there is somebody watching them, and these organizations, which are supposed to be artist organizations, the bodies, they do not just take moral responsibility only when the report comes out, they take moral responsibility and ensure protection as well?
Yes, Maria. Yes to all of those last three questions that you asked. But Amma is a registered organization. So they fall within the purview of law of POSH. So it is not just a moral responsibility, it is legal compliance. So if they have not complied with the laws of the land, then yes, they must be pulled up, even if it has been disbanded just now. There were certain objectives why Amma was formed.
Okay.
And one of those objectives, I'm sure, might have been no exploitation,
okay, so
no
tell me, does
somebody.
Did Amma have, because it's a new body now, which will be formed, did Amma have POSH committee? Sanjana, will you answer that?
Did Amma have what committee?
The POSH committee.
Prevention of sexual harassment in the workplace.
No, I don't think so.
It did not have POSH committee.
I don't think so.
Sonia Malhar, as a survivor yourself?
Ma'am, any solution from a national level, any other legal authority to guide like this, because it's a private organization.
Maria,
but I need, if any other solution from legal authority monitoring all the organization process like that, that is good. Because Women Collective, one organization, Amma is another organization. That's not good.
Okay.
Because so many issues.
So the committee, Brinda Adige,
allegations.
if we were to go with what Sanjana has said, that did not have POSH committee. So what is the purpose of this moral responsibility?
Exactly. So we don't even want to talk about moral. It is criminal negligence, not having a POSH committee over there when you're a registered organization. And that also goes to show that these people just acted with impunity, knowing that nobody is going to make a complaint. And if they make a complaint, they will be afraid that their jobs are at stake. Let's keep this always in mind. Let's not ask questions, they were so nice to me, they were so good to me. Their jobs are at stake, even today. And that responsibility now squarely falls with the state, because the state government did not monitor. Today we have companies where the court has said that if you do not submit your POSH report every year, we will not take your income tax audited report. So there is a catch. So there is a certain fear. But otherwise, Why is the state not monitoring all of those associations and all of the societies and institutes and institutions that have been set up under the various laws? So the buck stops with the state and its agencies who have been appointed or
So then in that case,
to monitor.
Lalita Kumar Mangalam, can action be taken by the state and the police against the present, now disbanded AMA, which is the group, Artists Association, and their bosses? I mean, if there is no POSH, then there are reasons to take action against them.
Well, given the fact that so many complaints are now coming out and this very damning indictment by the Hema Commission, I think the state, the judiciary, the state guard, I don't know about the government, but I think the courts can take suo motu cognizance.
Okay, so the state can take suo motu cognizance? Yes, please, Sanjana. Go ahead.
So whatever is happening here as a larger picture, if we look at it, the very big irony of this Me Too movement that Mollywood industry is going through is that the identity of all these women have just come out, and these women are really going to be facing a lot of embarrassment on their family front. These women have certainly moved on because these complaints were made in 2019 and the result of it has come in 2024, which is really very funny. By now, they would have moved on, they would have had families, most of them would not even be in films, or even if now they want to be in films, they will somewhere be silently boycotted. It's going to be really very sad. And this entire thing will time and again continue, may it be in film industries or may it be in any other industries where innocent women or new women who have come to work are harassed or sexually
molested. But Sanjana, we certainly hope that more and more women, if they are coming out and speaking about it, this will lead to change. And we are hoping that change will happen. And I'm sure Lata is in agreement with me, and that's why she's smiling.
We hope so too, but they're really going to be having very bad backfiring effects of this particular movement on their careers right now.
May I please come in?
Absolutely, Maria. I think, Women in Cinema Collective in the Malayalam film industry, a group of women got together and started a movement which has led to this big change.
Yes.
And I think the beginning, and it's going to, it's going to get bigger and better.
Absolutely. We certainly hope that. So thank you so much to all the women who joined me on the show tonight. Thank you to Sanjana, Brinda, Sonia, Lalita, Kumar Mangalam and Lata Srinivasan. With that, it's a wrap from me.